So I got to get this out in about 6 minutes because the battery's low. And yeah, so I've done a video on this before. Wow, yeah. So okay, so I've done a video on this before, and when I did that video, I was like, dude, there's no freaking way that I'm going to. We've gotten to the point where I have to tell people who are contest dieting not to eat out. That how did we get here? And there's something good to that. But I really thought that after that video, at this point, we as a community who uses flexible dieting to get into contest shape, kind of would get that under control, but it doesn't seem to be the case. I love the fact that flexible dieting is now a viable option when it comes to contest prep dieting. That it's no longer seen as like that's a punk move. That it's just not the system doesn't work. I love the fact that it's not only a more widely accepted form of dieting for contest prep, but also that it's perhaps, in the case of many people, probably the best way to go about it. Now, the issue is that because it is a very dynamic system that relies on the person using the system to make the right choices. Sometimes in the middle of a contest prep, people don't make the right choices. So, like, to me, the biggest reason that you don't want to eat out when you're contest prepping is because your diet is the one thing you have the most control over. Your energy expenditure is going to just vary so much from day to day. You will probably, if we had a way to measure this that was practical, you're probably over the course of a 6-month diet, you're not ever going to have 2 days where the exact same expenditure was met. However, you certainly can have hit the same amount of calories, fats, carbs, and protein a few times if you're that precise. So to me, because the dieting portion of everything that goes into a contest prep, everything you use to try to manipulate the energy balance equation to fit your goals, nutrition's a thing that you have the most control of. To me, would make the most sense to have as much control over that one variable, right? So look, again, one of the perks about flexible dieting is that if something does come up where you are, say mom's birthday runs like smack into the middle of your prep, your best friend's getting married, you definitely want to partake in that, and flexible dieting allows you to do that. But I don't think we should go out there necessarily, I guess, looking for trouble, if you will. So when it comes to eating out, I love the fact that there is a system out there that lets bodybuilders kind of not negate the really, really important things in life, and it's flexible and it's dynamic, and you can certainly find ways to make those occasions fit and even partake in them to some extent. However, I don't necessarily think that we should find ourselves at IHOP 3 times a week, that weekends we have 4 meals where we eat out or something like that. Not at all. And I think this is especially the case for younger competitors that have never been in that kind of contest shape and don't really understand how precise and how turbulent the ride can be, even when you're counting every single nook and cranny. So yeah, I would say that if you are a competitor, you've never been shredded, and I mean like really, really shredded, not legally shredded, but like shredded, have never been in the appropriate kind of shape that your division requires, it's perhaps something that you should leave alone. And outside of those points in times, those pre-planned events that you had that you knew were running into your prep, you shouldn't do it at all. In regards to the people who have been in shape, I think the people who have been in shape, who followed a flexible dieting type system for many years, but most importantly, they have been in that kind of shape, I think they understand how hard it is to get that last bit off, how hard a contest prep is in general, and because of that, they're just most likely going to kind of auto-regulate that. And it's funny, most of the people who I work with who have been in tremendous shape, at some point they just on their own kind of stick to those guidelines. They really perhaps only use they usually only eat out when something comes up, but not because it's Wednesday and they're bored and they have macros left over. And even for those people, for example, in my case, I lose fat very well. I have a very good eye when it comes to dissecting what's on a plate, and not only the calories, but to a large extent the macronutrient breakdown. There's a certain point in time where I just kind of let go of that, because I think more than 2 slices of pizza, more than that frappuccino from Starbucks, I want to win and I want to do my best, and that's what I signed up for. So yeah, that is once again my perspective on eating out during a contest prep diet. I think don't go looking for trouble. That, as that old saying goes, you can't manage what you don't measure, and you're getting very skewed measurements if you're eating out. Because remember, eating out regularly, because it is the one thing that you have the most control of over the course of your contest prep diet. It's the most practical way to get what you want out of your body, most practical and predictable way. So anyhow, I'll leave it there. Hopefully that is helpful to you guys, and yeah, I will find, I need to come up with a video series like this where maybe I just go on these like rants, but all all because I just really want to help people and see that my sport just get better. We've made some great strides, don't get me wrong, over the last 10 years, but we can do even better, and we will. So I'll leave it there, and any ideas for future videos, feel free to write that down in the comment section. And yeah, I'll leave it there. Journal entries are coming, and hopefully we get more informative videos like this, in the trenches type videos, from time to time.